So, tell me. I
miss the old days.
What are we going to talk about today? Vibe. I know it was horrible.
Today on Keepin the Geek Bros podcast, we've got Nintendo Direct Mini, June 28, 2022, brought to you by PAC-MAN. Take it away, PAC-MAN.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Okay, so what we're going to do today, children, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between that enjoys Nintendo, we're going to actually watch, share sound, share screen, got it, and we're going to watch in real time, and we're going to make our comments. So
this is the first time I've actually allowed someone else to share the screen on this podcast. Well, I mean, I should say allow. I've never needed to before, but now, so this is monumental for me. I'm not controlling any of this. I'm a spectator. Yay, spectator sport. What? Yay.
We're both gonna do it together because that's what we do together.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase our faces so you can see our faces bigger. That's what she said. As we react in real time.
I like bigger head.
I like it too. All right, whenever you're ready.
Can you do it?
See what?
Oh, I can't see the big. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I made our heads bigger.
Okay, well, okay. So, oh wait, should I make this smaller then? Like
no,
that?
Leave it. I made it bigger. Don't worry, it works. It works. I know what I'm doing. I got it.
Okay. All right. So ready? And here we.
That's not the play button.
That's the wrong button. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the wrong button.
See, this is what happens when somebody else shit a goddamn screen. So okay, wait. So what we're doing again is we are watching the Nintendo Direct Mini June 28, 2022, and we're doing a commentary on it while it's playing. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I want to make it very clear. This is PAC-MAN's idea. If it fails, hold on. If it fails, it's PAC-MAN. Carry on.
Wow. So that means, please, everybody, look at my pretty face. Please enjoy, watch, and learn, and maybe say some nice stuff about Vibe because he needs it.
I do need it.
All right. So here we go. Due to COVID-19, release dates are subject to change. Just so you know, heads up. All right. And go.
No dead air. What? Nickelodeon. Yay. Oh, it's called a partner showcase.
When mankind is consumed by darkness, and the land falls into chaos, the archdemon of the abyss shall rise from the earth.
Why is it always an archdemon?
They come rushing here.
Wait, want to be a small demon?
Attempt to survive.
Maybe.
Both beast and man have more in common than they think.
All right now.
A lovely looking dragon.
I love Dragon Age.
Brace yourself!
Oh, I know what this is.
Be careful!
It looks nice.
It does. This is a Switch game?
Yes.
It can't be.
And these wandering flames shall feed the beast and return to darkness. The story ends.
What is this?
Another begins.
It's like Pokemon on crack.
Pokemon with
Wandering flames.
dragons and lions
see you
and
found
mini
your
dragons. Ooh.
That's a hard pivot. Is this the same? Wait. Is this the same game? Is this the same game?
So,
No, is that the same
yes,
game, is it?
It is the same thing. Yeah. Same thing.
Wow, that was
Is
a
it?
total.
That was
Out on a hunt in my
that's JJ RPGs at
Oh, JRPG.
No dilly-dallying from you. Let's have some fun.
Man, the new Kingdom Hearts looks great.
Here it comes! Fear my
Is
strength!
that a monkey? Ooh.
This is for my fellow hunters! Let's go!
Fellow hunter.
Is this actual gameplay?
Yeah.
This is sexy as shit.
One thing I know this is Monster Hunter. Yep.
It's kite.
That's what it is.
It's Pacific Rim meets Pokemon. I love it.
That was nice. That looked very, very.
No, it looked good. I'll never play it, but it looked good.
What is this? Go ahead, touch it.
Is this the same game? Are we still getting the same shit?
I don't know. What is it? Oh,
Okay.
seething basil is? I don't know what that is. It's coming in August though. All right.
So that's Monster
Oh
Hunter.
no, so that is
What?
Monster Hunter.
So right now it's breaking down the
The different DLCs.
the
I
DLC
guess?
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Okay, cool. Monster
Massive
Hunter
expansion.
Rise
Look at that.
Rise Sunbreak coming June 2022.
Rise, darkness.
Rise. Coming June 29th, 2022. So that's tomorrow? That's today?
Hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
Today.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase.
Okay.
That wasn't part of it?
Welcome.
Presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching this year
I'm
from
gonna
our
go to
publishing
the-
and development
Oh,
partners.
it's about to jump on.
Okay, let's get into the headlines.
This one
get
you're
into
gonna
the
be excited
headlines.
about. You're gonna get excited about this one.
The battle to reclaim Earth.
Hell
begins.
yeah, Negro.
What does that look like to you?
The year is 5012 AD. Machine lifeforms have overwhelmed the
Is that
planet,
Nier?
causing the collapse
Yes.
of
Is that Nier
civilization
Automata?
and forcing
Yes.
humans to take refuge on the moon.
Coming to the Switch.
Now, with an android squad called Yorha, the humans are prepared to stand against these
shit.
machine lifeform invaders.
Right? Look how great that is.
A battle
Switch.
android 2B and a scanner android 9S.
Yo, the story for
Are
this shit
two
was
key
so
members
crazy.
of this squad.
Yes!
Machine lifeforms in conflict with androids. What will come of this bloodless battle?
I still haven't played this game.
Dude, this game is so fucking hot. It's crazy.
already.
Yeah, I'm
This
so
version
upset.
of the
Now it's coming to
award-winning
the Switch.
Nier
How old am
Automata
I?
comes
Okay,
with
boomer.
previously released
say it, everybody.
content,
Okay,
including
boomer.
additional modes and costumes. New
Yeah, they have new
costumes
costumes for
exclusive
this.
to the Nintendo Switch version will also be available at launch.
All right, cool.
Reclaim Earth in Nier Automata, the End of Yorha edition, launching on the Nintendo Switch system October 6th.
I can't buy that. I can't buy that again.
Today on Nintendo
Right,
eShop.
Let me tell you guys something right now. Nier Automata, if you guys have never played, it's beautiful. And the story is good too. It's so good. You guys play it. It's one of the first, it's the first game that I played to completion in years. Like the game was so good, the story was so good, I couldn't stop playing it. And you're talking to the guy who hasn't finished Kingdom Hearts 3, and I love Kingdom Hearts, okay? I dress up as Sora. You're talking to the guy who loves Star Wars and can't finish Jedi Fallen Order. I finished Nier Automata. I had to. Good, such a good game. So throwing it out there. What you doing? What you doing? What you
Hold on
doing?
1 second.
There's no hold on 1 second. We're currently recording. We're live. What you doing? What you doing? What happened? Just press play. No dead air. We can't have dead air. So at least tell the people what are you doing. Manning, we can't be dead air.
I know. My audio went off again.
For the what?
Just fix- For my ears.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. Now I'm good because now I'm just straight plugged in, so I'm good now.
That's what she said. Amazing
All right.
exceptions.
All right. Amazing.
Those of you who are listening to us, this is probably the episode you need to watch us. I am a proponent of podcasts should be listened and not heard, but I guess with this one, this is probably one of those that you should probably just like click off on the audio and come on over to the YouTube channel and just watch us and the madness that this is, especially now that I fixed the size of our faces for this thing. So you'll still see our faces. And
then of course, my sound goes out. So you see me scrambling, trying to get my headphones on.
I mean, you've never seen Man look more attractive than what the deer caught in headlights look. So
that was pretty bad. Shut up.
Look at man.
All right. So we're ready for the maze of deception. Is that where we're going here?
Maze of deception.
All right. Ready, go.
A murder mystery. A palace of memories. Okay.
What?
Get ready to immerse yourself in surreal riddles and a chilling story in this modern take on puzzle adventure games.
It's very noirish.
Yeah.
It's got a Matrix vibe to it.
It's very strange.
Solve the enigma of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, launching first for consoles on Nintendo Switch next year.
Okay.
I want some backstory.
I don't want anything.
I want some backstory on why they're calling, like, why they put laser eyes in there. I don't
Because you didn't see his eyes glowed and glowed. They glowed.
I didn't see any lasers. They just glowed.
No.
Why not glowing eyes?
What? Because glowing eyes isn't as yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good explanation.
You're welcome. You're
Get
welcome.
Splash in these games.
I love it. You splash.
Ooh, Bomberman.
A new Bomberman game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, man.
This time, a bombastic new mode called Castle Mode enters the fray. A team of up to 15 players must blast their way to treasure chests, while one defending player tries to hold them off. Set up your defense wisely to blow away opponents.
Wow. So
Literally. You can also create
Among Us.
share your own battle stages.
Like Among Us.
Have a blast when Super Bomberman R2 launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Yo, Super Bomberman used to be so much fun.
And Mega
I used to
Man Battle
love it.
Network games.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I used to. Holy crap!
There's a lot of Mega Man
Mans.
games.
Yeah, but I used to.
I already feel fatigue.
Yeah, I used to like playing Bomberman with my son when he loved me. And that was our game together. But,
I used to play Bomberman on the Nintendo 64, man. I used to be the shit. I loved that game. And this game looks it looked exactly like it did back then. Too bad I don't have the patience.
It's crazy. It said up to 15 players.
Wow. That's too much work for me. I'd be miserable. I'd be fucking miserable.
Especially,
4 people wasn't 3 people plus me was enough. 15 people with bombs all over the place. I say fuck you all.
That's what I say. It looks like Among Us. Because you're like, everybody's trying to get your treasure chest, and you're the one guy that's like, go away with my bombs. That's a lot. 15,
I have no idea
14,
I have no idea what Among Us is, but I like it.
You don't know Among Us? Oh man, you got to get on the vibe. You got to get on the vibe.
Vibe's got to get on the vibe.
Let's check out this 10 Mega Man Battle Network game. Jeebus Christ. Jeebus Christo.
Originally released on the Game Boy Advance system, are coming to Nintendo Switch. Control Mega Man.
I played that. I played this one.
Battle chips to gain devastating abilities. This collection includes a gallery with over 1,000 illustrations and a music mode containing over 150 songs from across the series.
Can I say, I love when they're like, hey, these new games that are coming out on these new systems that are old as hell come out with new galleries, by the way.
Like, oh my God, like new pictures and all the music, son.
Yes, all the same
and
stuff.
And a new cinematic intro. Same gameplay,
all the same stuff, all the same music. But you get a gallery and like some clips of games and
a
music.
brand new CGI intro.
Oh my God, get ready, guys.
Get in and get out.
Get ready, here it goes.
Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
I absolutely played this game.
Be digitally available as Volume 1 and Volume 2 each sold separately.
I hated it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it very much.
A remake of PacMan World is coming soon.
Word?
PacMan's family has been kidnapped.
Oh, PacMan had
to
a family?
rescue them, he sets off for Ghost Island.
This is non-canon.
Hitting dots isn't all you can do here. Trounce enemies with Pac-Man, the Rev Roll,
his mouth
the
isn't even open,
and A giant Pac-Man?
now it
From
does.
high-speed chases to galactic escapades,
what?
you'll explore
Pac-Man in
all
space?
sorts of zany
Isn't
levels.
that how,
Save the
franchises fail?
Pac-Man
Yes.
in Pac-Man World Re-PAC.
Except for
on
Fast and the Furious.
August 26th.
Because Fast and the Furious is all
Two
about family.
unlikely friends. One incredible journey. A fawn and a wolf
Oh,
cub
it's one
must
of
work
those
together to
indie
find a
games.
way home across the snowy wilderness in the
I don't
handcrafted
care.
world of Blanc.
I wonder if
In
it's
this
gonna be true to
emotional
life.
adventure, these unlikely friends must coordinate and use their individual strengths to solve environmental puzzles and navigate through the frigid wilds. Blanc is a completely text-free story with local and online co-op play, so all players can enjoy it.
Wow. Online play, co-op.
So this ends with
Forge an unexpected
cub eating
bond
the
in
fawn,
Blanc.
right?
That's what I was gonna say. So at the end of this game, the battle of the big boss is each other.
Each other, yeah. That's called subverting your expectation.
Oh
If you
man,
didn't realize Ryan Johnson directed this video game. So
did he? That's
he did. He did.
I'm so excited.
One of get back to the stupid. This is
Here we go.
stupid. Why are we doing this?
Because it's entertaining.
Launching as
Are
a
you not
console
entertained?
exclusive on
I'm
Nintendo
entertaining
Switch
myself.
February 2023.
Console exclusive, guys. Yes.
Arr!
Oh
A
god.
swashbuckling adventure returns.
Anything
Oh,
that starts with
yeah.
ARG. Anything that starts with ARG is horrible.
Deep in the Caribbean.
Pirating is in my blood, like adrenaline or stale grog. I've been in enough scraps to fill a dozen scrapbooks. I've got stories about
cute.
ships, fights, love, treasure, betrayal, and root beer. But how about one that has all of the above?
Because the kids
My
game.
name is
Yeah, of
Guybrush
course.
Threepwood, and this is a story
What's his
about
name?
the time I finally found
Gosh,
the
word
secret
something.
Monkey Island.
He's got a stress ball.
Yes.
Are they zombies?
Yes.
I don't. What's going on here?
It's the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. They
Oh,
thought
is
that
that,
Johnny Depp was they thought Johnny Depp was gonna lose, so they rebooted Pirates of the Caribbean. See, Dead Man's Chest.
I don't even know what to say.
How about Shiver
It
Me
looks-
Timbers?
It looks okay. Visually aesthetic.
But I don't know what kind of gameplay this is though. It looks like one of those point and click games.
Yeah. Or maybe like touch because it's a Switch.
I don't know, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what the gameplay was. I think this is all just cutscenes they showed us.
Monkey Around in Return to
Yeah,
Monkey Island, launching first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this year.
That's just
I know
racist.
that's right.
Next, we have some news about a game that was announced last June.
Oh,
Please take a
news
look.
from a year ago. Okay.
Mario and the Rabbids blast off for a
Ah.
galactic adventure in the
Okay.
latest Mario plus Rabbids game. Space.
Have you seen these games?
No, I don't. What are these things?
So, Rabbids.
Uh-huh.
Not rabbits.
Okay,
Rabbids.
Rabbids. Okay.
Okay. Apparently they have their own little cartoon on something.
Okay.
And they're like, I guess, aliens or something.
So
I
why
don't
are
know.
they paired with Mario though? Where did this crossover come from?
I don't know, but this is definitely like the third or fourth installment of
This
this
crossover?
crossover. Yeah.
Is this?
I
is
have
This, is this
I
canon?
have one of them. No, it's
This-
definitely not canon. This is not canon because
Okay.
Vader doesn't come anywhere.
No, you don't. I got it. I got it. I got it.
And Obi-Wan's not in the corner crying.
No, he's not. He's not.
But I have one of these games.
Okay.
Have you played
Have you
Super
seen-
Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo?
Super Mario RPG? Yes. God, I love that game.
Okay, that
And
game is
and
amazing.
and it still holds up.
Yes,
I
it
have
still
it
to this
emulated.
day holds
I
up.
have it emulated. that game still holds up. I don't know how they got those graphics on the screen in Nintendo.
This is their answer to that, because
How?
obviously they've never been able to replicate it. They've never, I mean, Paper Mario's disgusting, whatever. It's fun to play.
The first game was okay. But I mean, the little DS Partners in Time games were okay too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those Mario Luigi Partners
games. Yeah, I mean, they were in the same vein, but they weren't as good as that game. And none of those characters ever came back. This is an RPG?
Yes. This is an RPG. Yeah, RPG real-time battle system type deal.
So,
you'll see it in the
like Kingdom Hearts. Then it's a hack and slash RPG.
No, because it's more like think of Final Fantasy with like your randomized, or you walk into characters and fight them, like Mario RPG, the game. You know, you see you start battle sequences.
So it's a real RPG. I gotta buy this thing. I love art. What? Play this shit. Let me see what this is about.
Let's go. Check it out.
This is in a universe of trouble when otherworldly enemies suddenly appear. Their goal? Take the energy possessed by sparks, these mysterious creatures. Now, our heroes must set out to save them.
Okay.
And by the way, there's a rabbit for every character.
Of epic proportions awaits.
There's a Luigi, there's a Rosalina, a Mario. Like
you'll initiate a turn-based battle when you encounter an enemy.
Oh, fuck.
Before we begin, here's something you ought to know.
It's an RPG.
You can freely move around the battlefield as much as you'd like within your character's range before using their weapon. Pretty neat, huh?
Oh.
3 enemies are in the way, so let's dash into one of them. Now select Rabbid Rosalina and have her dash into another. Rabbid Luigi. One more dash, and now Disruptor time! By using a dash first, then the weapon, 3 enemies were wiped out. With that, his turn is over. Back to Mario. Let's take out the other 2. Pew pew! That concludes his turn. Last but not least, Rabbid Rosalina. Team up with an ally and jump! Get positioned, then finish off with the kaboomer. Okay, our turn's over. And now, the enemy attacks. Be sure to take
how I feel about this.
You might be safe.
See, that's what I was telling you.
If you don't,
this is their
it
poor
won't
example
be pretty. All right, we've got the floor again.
Yeah, I don't.
Dash toward the bomb. And if you chuck it over, boom! That'll do it.
I don't know how I feel about the battle
is how you
mechanics.
assemble your team and navigate around the battlefield. Wait, is that Bowser? And he's joining the team? Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope rockets onto the Nintendo Switch system October 20th.
You said you have one of these games for the Switch?
Yeah.
Let me borrow it.
Check out Ubisoft's special showcase tomorw for more details.
I honestly don't know how I feel about that battle mechanic. I don't know if I like it at all. I would have rather have had a.
I've never played it. The girl's mother bought it for them. And of course, it's too confusing for them to play by themselves. So, yeah.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling because I have Adventure Time, an Adventure Time game I bought. And whenever Travis comes over, then Travis is my alleged third son. I babysit him for my my bestie, and he loves playing Adventure Time, but he doesn't know what to do. So whenever he plays that, I roll my eyes. Like, no, I'm gonna have to be there to beat this. He doesn't understand the turn-based battle. So he goes, "Daddy," he calls me Daddy. Yes, Daddy. Can you help me? And then I do it and I beat the level. And then he goes, "Oh, you're the best daddy ever." And then he goes 5 minutes later, "Daddy, can you come and help me?" And I'm like, oh, man. So I get what you're saying. I get it. But I don't know how I feel about these battle mechanics. But real talk, though, if you let me borrow it just for like a week or so, I want to play it and see if I can get into it. If I can get into it, then I'm going to buy the games myself because I like different kinds of RPGs. I love I like to level up. Because I like to what's called grind. I like to level up my characters up so high that the rest of the game is a breeze. So I can just enjoy the story. I've always done that.
That's how I play Assassin's Creed. You go and you go around the whole world first,
Exactly.
whatever, and then by the time you actually go through the story, it's a breeze.
Yeah, it's a breeze.
Yeah.
I just want to go through the story, and that's always even with Pokemon. With Pokemon, I don't know how I used to do it. I wouldn't leave the after picking up like I think the first. I'd get 5, 6 Pokemon, and then I would train them to level 10 before I went to the first city. You know how long that takes with level 2s and 1s? But that's what I would do and then by then the rest of the game was a breeze because I was like fucking 8, 9, 10 levels ahead. Exactly. Yep. So because I'm a dick. But anyway, please let me borrow this game. He has one. Play this game. Let me find out.
Yeah, because I haven't touched it.
Before I buy Samurai Jack, let me know.
I haven't touched this game at all. So the next one is nothing interesting. No. I'm just gonna skip up to it now. Bam.
There's something for everyone on Nintendo Switch.
Yes, for everyone.
During a storm, young alchemist Noah crash lands in ancient ruins.
Oh no!
The layout of these multi-layered ruins changes every time you enter them. Recruit allies called Lilliputites to challenge the enemies lurking around every corner. String together combos and perform powerful
we can use that word.
Bows.
Our word.
Little Noah, Scion of Paradise, launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Wow, so they already had a game released that they announced?
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
In the management sim Railgrade, you'll build railway systems to efficiently transport cargo and help restore economic prosperity to an industrial colony.
Greenlit this game.
Complete various tasks to prepare each shipment before it's delivered to its destination. Your strategies will change based on various factors, like the number and length of trains to run, which resources to acquire,
and the sad part is, it's a good-looking game.
Point A to point B.
Oh no, yeah, it looks nice.
Steamroll on Nintendo Switch this fall.
Yes.
Join aspiring game creator Kenta in a hand-drawn adventure to save the world in his latest creation, The Legend of Right. Taking place in Kenta's notebook, this RPG spans over 200 pages, where you must draw, erase, solve puzzles, and even consult your handy calculator.
Yeah.
Discover a new way to play every time you turn the page. RPG Time, The Legend of Right, unfolds onto Nintendo Switch August 18th.
This might be cute for your girls.
On Nintendo eShop.
This might be cute for your girls. It looks like it's kind of educational.
Spin dash into a new zone.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I heard mixed
Sonic's
reviews about
latest
this one.
action adventure kicks off on the vibrant Starfall Island, home to a mysterious civilization.
It looks amazing.
Here, you can freely dash through a vast open zone, taking full advantage of Sonic's speed skills. Lock on and attack enemies standing in your way. Chain together attacks to trigger combos and rack up damage.
Did he just punch? Was he using a punch? Sonic punches now?
Select enemy attacks.
Oh, you know, he punched in
acquire skills
Smash
to bolster Sonic's arsenal of moves.
That's because of Smash Brothers.
So it's like
Smash Brothers?
Enter a special zone called cyberspace.
Okay, maybe.
Take on challenges at supersonic speeds and grab keys to progress.
I don't know how I feel about this game.
What awaits Sonic on these strange islands?
Okay.
Sonic Frontiers dashes onto
They
Nintendo
need
Switch.
a warning for a trigger warning for those with vertigo. That was a vertigo.
Live magically alongside your Disney and Pixar friends.
Yay! Kingdom Hearts.
Dreamlight Valley was once an idyllic land where Disney and Pixar characters lived in
the
harmony.
Heartless came.
Until the forgetting turned this dream into a nightmare.
Okay.
Now, it's up to you to help these iconic residents recover their lost memories
I like how they're still
and reveal the secrets that led you here.
But everything's dark.
Bring the magic back to Dreamlight Valley in this mesmerizing life simulation adventure.
Mom.
Explore this land's many diverse realms and forge lasting friendships with heroes and villains alike.
I was gonna say that too.
Everyone you meet will have personal stories to discover and adventures to complete. Help them out by exploring, giving them gifts, and performing other fun activities. In this world, you can be whoever
This
you
is
dream.
legitimately the worst Kingdom Hearts spin-off.
Disney Dreamlight Valley launches on Nintendo Switch September 6th as an early access title.
I got your early access right here.
I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're ruining
6,
it. I'm seeing all the titles in advance.
Sorry. Cover your eyes.
Take these adventures with you on the go.
On the go.
Live Alive is coming alive on July 22nd. Multiple stories featuring different protagonists, time periods, and gameplay await. Now in HD 2D.
Is this like a wannabe knockoff of Chrono Trigger?
A demo with the start of 3 chapters: Imperial China, Twilight of Edo Japan, and The Distant Future will be available on Nintendo eShop later today. Save data from the demo can be transferred to the full game once purchased. Doraemon, Nobi, and their friends land on an unknown planet and decide to help a new friend fulfill his dreams by farming, plow the field, harvest crops,
Moon,
and tend to the animals. You can even use Doraemon's secret gadgets to farm in a flash. Relax by living with friends, eating delicious meals, and fishing.
Yeah.
And with local play, you and a pal can build a ranch together.
Man, we
Doraemon, Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year.
Huh?
The world of Minecraft meets action strategy gameplay in Minecraft Legends. A beautiful land surrounded by rich nature is invaded by enemies from another dimension. Team up with allies and fight against this monstrous force threatening the world.
Isn't this a story of Warcraft?
In this new yet familiar universe.
Did you not notice that in the beginning of that he said, fight your way through whatever, and as he's riding on the horse, he's waving a white flag?
No, I didn't notice that.
You didn't see that?
No.
You're not fighting through anything. This, I'm so over
this is
Minecraft.
this is the story of
Minecraft Legends launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Of what?
It's a treasure hunter's paradise. 2 siblings dream of collecting grand treasures from around the world. Venture to the realm of Draconia to become legendary treasure hunters. In this Dragon Quest series spin-off, you'll recruit a variety of well-mannered monsters
like this.
Join you on a marvelous adventure.
Yeah, that's Dragon Quest.
And with your trusted fortune finder, locating loot will be a breeze. Monsters are perfect travel buddies for exploring this vast world. Bounce on a slime to reach high ledges,
from the last
or
game.
Dangle from a Draki to glide over gaping chasms.
I just finished playing
Support
that.
your monsters in battle.
I never got into Dragon Quest. Never did.
Bring your hard-earned haul back to your base and see how much it's worth. Collect more riches to expand your base and increase your treasure hunting.
I'm a huge JJR.
X marks the spot.
So of course.
When Dragon Quest launches
not
on
this
Nintendo
kind. Not this kind. I don't like any of the Dragon. Well, I didn't like the one I played. The only one I have actually.
No Man's Sky? Wait, that's No Man's Sky. I don't know what that is.
I can't believe No Man's Sky is still going on. Doc,
It's never gonna end, bro. And now it's coming to the Switch. Oh boy. Now I can play with more friends.
Is it crossplay?
Yes.
This is a tactics game. I like that. Was that a commercial in the middle of it? Like, what just happened?
I don't know anymore. It's Nintendo.
We're going to have so much fun together. At first, your participation is appreciated and required. There might even be cake.
Cake?
The Portal Companion Collection will be available later today. I wanted to call it the Why Do You Keep Killing Me collection.
Huh?
But oh well.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's get started, you monster.
I love when you talk dirty to me.
That was. I feel
Farm,
dirty now.
Fight,
It's strangely
and
satisfying.
forge friendships in a new fantasy world. Welcome to Leafy, a peaceful village where seasons brightly color the environment. Your
amazing.
story begins here in this brand new life simulation RPG.
Okay.
Do a little farm
Why farming?
cook and craft items, and trek through the fields to collect materials.
Okay.
So you battle
All
and
while
Okay.
meeting
Okay.
townsfolk along the way. The seasons gently flow from spring, summer,
That's pretty as
fall,
balls, bro.
and winter.
That is wonderful.
However, they will give way to the season of death. Quietus.
Is that like a fifth
Crops
season?
wither. Life is threatened. Find a way to stop the season of death from wreaking havoc on your home.
I'm digging this. I won't lie, I'm digging this.
This is interesting.
Begin your new life in Harvestella, launching on
not a
Nintendo Switch
fan
in
of the
November.
name.
Hate the name. Yes, I
Yeah, the
hate
name.
the name.
Name is
This
horrible.
next
It's
segment
bullshit,
will be our
but-
last announcement. Please take a look.
Jay, what are you playing? I'm
Boing.
playing Harvestella. No.
So gangster.
Mission start.
All right, start.
You wonder why Jay's single? Because he plays Harvestella.
I'm Morgana, reigning ace of the Phantom Thieves of Hearts.
Isn't this Persona 5?
And today, I'm bringing along an ultra top secret video.
Yes, it is.
I hope you're ready.
How do you know?
Because I'm familiar with the graphic. That was a bite off of Salt Bay.
I was going to say, did you still glitter hands?
Yeah, Persona 5.
Yup, Persona 5 Royal will launch on Nintendo
I hear the
Switch.
game is good, but I don't know what it's about, so I'm not going to play it. Like, what the
That's
hell is,
not
what the hell
all.
is Persona 5?
Let's keep the ball rolling.
No idea.
Come
I
on,
heard it
Teddy.
was awesome too.
Righto!
Whoa,
Nice baton pass, Morgana.
that's my favorite character
Okay,
already.
everyone,
Acid.
check
It's
this
like
out.
an acid trip. I love it.
Persona 4 Golden.
Okay. What am I looking at? Fuck, what am I looking at?
Leave it.
Persona 4.
Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable are also coming.
Oh wow.
So is it an RPG? Like, or is it what am I looking at?
Keep your eyes peeled for more Persona.
Couldn't
On
tell ya.
Nintendo Switch.
Wait, why are they going backwards? They're starting
That's
with
all
5?
for today's
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Woo. That's right. Little eyes, laser eyes. Yeah. Rabbits.
Did I just let this finish?
And
Nah.
all the
No, see,
farming.
there it is. I just stopped it right there. There's the white flag. There it is.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
This was very different, man. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't
yeah.
know why, but this is fun. We can do this again. We can do it like this as opposed to just talking about it. We can just react to the videos. I think you stumble on,
especially a short one like this. Like,
I think you stumble upon the new way we'll do these specials. It's just like
excited.
this.
This was
Yeah.
good.
That was funny. Well, I guess all right. Well, let's before we go, is there anything that you saw that you really are interested in for the Nintendo Switch?
No.
Harvestera, I'm interested in.
Harvester, whatever that game is.
Yeah.
That looks pretty interesting.
It does.
The Sonic Frontiers game. I'm a Sonic fan, of course, obviously. Who's not a Sonic fan? Who's not a Sega fan?
You said obviously. Where's
Listen,
that obvious?
What about you? Who is not a Sonic fan?
I used to be a Sonic fan. I'm not anymore. I'm a fan of his movies.
I understand Sega's dying, okay, but he's trying to come back. If Atari can do it, Sega can do it.
Did Atari do it? Did it really? Did it?
It is really
Did it
trying.
though?
It's trying its poor hardest, okay? It's
Okay.
hardest.
Right.
But I'm curious to see where that game is going. That's about it, man. Like the Persona 5 just only makes me want to play it again for free on my Game Pass. You know, But for the Switch, I think what I'm gonna have to do, because apparently this Mario Rabbids game, like I said, this is that's
another one that I'm interested in, only because I'm not interested. Curious,
yeah.
But I have to play one for free first.
Yeah, since I have one, I think I'm gonna try and dive into that and see what it's about.
Okay.
And maybe start getting into Paper Mario, since it's on.
I like the
Switch
first
Online.
I like the first Paper Mario. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. I never played a single one after it, but I enjoyed it.
What I didn't see was very many Mario games. There was just the one.
Just the one, yeah. Just the one Mario game.
You would have think that they would have at least had 3 or 4 of them in the works, or like some new announcements of, hey,
not with all the Pac-Man reboots and the ports of Mega Man's. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. There's some older games that can port back.
No, who has the time when you have all the Pac-Man reboots and ports and all the and 12 million Mega Man reboots? Who has that kind of time, man?
What about the Bomberman and defending your castle?
That's right.
15
and listen,
people.
And all of the farming. Who has time?
Yes.
Who has
and the fishing?
Time?
Don't forget the fishing.
And the fishing. Who has time to release any other Mario game?
Oh man!
Unless it's Mario fishing. And
farming.
No. They're splitting up into 2 games. Okay, remember, it's side A fishing, side B farming. And if you put them together, and if you link them, then you can switch
like a red and green version, like Mario
fishing and Mario
Luigi farming.
Yeah,
Luigi farming, like red and green.
Trademark. So Nintendo, you can have it for free, but send us free stuff. You can have that idea for free, but we want free stuff.
We want free stuff, man. Like, hey, we just gave you guys a great idea.
That's right. Mario fishing and Luigi farming. Okay?
Hey, guess what? I'm looking for a job.
That's right. Me too. I'm looking for a media consultant or something. Anywho, so yeah, man. that's about it. So that's it. We're keeping the Geek Bros, the Nintendo Mini Direct, June 28th, 2022 edition. I'm Vibe.
And I am Man.
Man, tell them where you can find you on this fine day.
You can find me as Man on Facebook, and I don't know what I'm doing, and YouTube, and on the ticker of the talkers and the snap of the chatters, snappers of the chatters.
So this is Snapchatter's trademark. That was an old show of mine. Don't you use that.
Snapchat, IG, ticker talkers,
and your mom.
No, I don't like moms anymore.
Oh.
I'm over them.
Oh.
And Twitter. Yes, Twitter. I forgot about that. Man 17093
allegedly
on all of those, and just check us out. I'm trying to do the very best, as I said in our episode yesterday, to get everything up and going. And then you can find, wait, hold on, he's over here. No, wait, he's here. There he is. Then you can find that guy.
Remember, I'm the one that's recording, so you're pointing to nothing. I'm actually
that way.
You're above me on the screen.
So there
you go.
That guy?
Yes.
He's somewhere. You can find that other guy.
Yeah,
somewhere.
So okay, I'm Vibe. Vibe Rev Studios at VIBE Studios. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.com. What was the do we have an email? But it doesn't even matter. But yeah, check it out. Of course, you can find us. I can do this from memory because we don't have a thing for this. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now. That's Geek Bros with a 0, GEEKB or 0S. Email us, geekbros with a 0 at yahoo.com. Send us emails. We'll do something with it. Okay. Of course, you can check us out every week. WeBeGeeksPC.com.
First place.
I didn't have that in my thing, and I forgot to say that part. And check out this video recap. YouTube.com/Vibro Studios. So that's it for Keeping the Geek Bros podcast. And remember, geeking out still sounds gotcha, this good.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.